Number one, thank you all for the invitation. I'm sorry that I can't be with you in person. The world has me in other places. My duties have me in other places. But I always love being with you in person, and I can't wait until the next time that we do get to be together, that we do get to break bread with one another. Rabbi Vigler, thank you always for giving me the invites to join you all, to have conversation with you all about whatever's going on around the globe and around the world with Israel in the United States of America, covering so many different issues. I couldn't appreciate it more, and I hope that all those that I would call a part of your flock appreciate that as well, because the fact of the matter is not every Chabad out there participates in the same level that you participate in, and it definitely doesn't go unnoticed by me. So thank you for your engagement. As we speak about October 7, I reflect on October 7 in this way. It was an invasion, yes, but it was far more than that. It was an attack, yes, but it was far more than attack. It was murder, yes, but it was far more than just murder. It was torture, but it was far more than torture. The October 7 events were by every definition a genocide. If the Palestinian people and the terrorist groups that are a part of them, whether that be Hamas, whether that be Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade, Lion's Den, Fatah, or so many that don't even necessarily identify with one of those terrorist organizations, if they could have made the number 6 million Jews, they would have made the number 6 million Jews. If they could have made the number killed and captured every single Jew across the globe, they would have done so, and they would have celebrated. For my part, I will always recognize who the enemy is. I will make sure that our yes is yes and our no is no as the United States of America. I can't tell you that that will be the same commitment that you have from this administration right now, where unfortunately, as we've seen, there has not been every commitment to make sure that every even American that was captured is brought home by Americans. That's not a commitment that we have in this moment, or that their bodies are brought home by Americans for those that have already been killed. That's not a commitment that we have right now. But for my part, I will work to make sure that Israel has our support, that Americans abroad have America's support to bring them home, and that every enemy of both Israel and the United States of America knows that we do stand together, that we do work together, and that we will eliminate the enemy together. Whether that enemy is Hamas, whether that enemy is Hezbollah, whether that enemy is supported by Iran or anybody else, we will eliminate that enemy. Hezbollah is also the enemy, as we all know. And it's important to recognize that in the wave, in the days after October 7, it was Hezbollah that was attacking from the north from those days after right up until right now. It was in all likelihood entirely calculated between one another to conduct these attacks simultaneously, to work together against Israel, to kill as many Jews as possible. They have the same goal. They share that in common. In this fight, Hezbollah has to be looked at just as much as an Iranian military asset as we would look at the Quds Force, as we would look at the IRGC. It is like the Hezbollah Iranian infantry unit that's simply operating on the Lebanon border. They are a part of Iran. For anybody that goes out there and tries to tell us that we should worry about the escalation in a broader way in that region, it's important for those people to recognize that every single time that a Hezbollah fighter is taken off the battlefield, or every single time a Hamas fighter is taken off the battlefield, or one of their vehicles, or one of their ordnance, or one of their rifles, Israel is eliminating the capability for that war to expand, because they are eliminating an Iranian fighter. They are eliminating the enemy. And the more of them that we eliminate, the less likelihood that there is an expansion of that battle, because eventually we know that they run out of fighters. We know that they run out of leaders. We owe Israel a thanks for their commitment in combat. They are absolutely eliminating, crossing off names, enemies of the United States of America. Those that have participated in killing Americans all the way back to the bombings of Beirut. We have Israel to thank for taking those enemies off the table, for crossing their names off the list, for putting them into multiple pieces on the side of a road or inside of a building somewhere. I couldn't be happier that they did that. They will continue to have my support to do that for every enemy of Israel and every enemy of the United States of America. They're doing work that the United States of America should be doing on that front and so many other fronts. I ask myself often why we don't see a flowchart ourselves of those names that America has crossed off the list of the Houthi leadership that are attacking our vessels, attacking our Navy vessels, attacking our shipping vessels. We don't see that because there's not the same commitment. That's not my approach to this. My approach is to destroy our enemies, but that is the situation that we have going on with the administration that we have in place right now. That has to change. I will work to make sure that that change from my part takes place. There are more allies than just me in this fight, and I want to tell you all that because I want you to know that. I want you to have that encouragement that Israel is not alone. Israel has friends. Israel has friends in the United States House of Representatives, in the Senate, and Israel has friends in this administration as well, albeit an administration that, again, many of their actions do not make sense to me, and I don't think they lead to the point of the yes has to be yes, the no has to be no. In the aim of my yes being yes and my no being no, I will say this one more time. Israel has my full support. I was honored to serve alongside the fighters of Israel back in 2015. I still have many friends there. I was honored to return to Israel just the last holiday season to visit with injured service members like myself that were at hospitals across the country, give them the encouragement that life will go on, that they will recover, that they will learn to walk again, that they will be with their kids, they will be with their family, they will grow their families, and they will make new memories. And they will continue to be in the fight in whatever way that they choose to be. It's important for all of us to remember that as a message as well, that even though we go through these dark times, it's going through that fight that ultimately makes us the strongest that we've ever been. Israel chooses to go through the fight. They don't turn their back. They don't cower in fear. They don't curl up into a corner and start crying. They look at the enemy. They take assessment of the enemy's capabilities, they own the enemy, and they give the enemy a size 10 in the backside, and they never look back. And that's why Israel continually becomes stronger in the face of these conflicts, and I couldn't be more proud of them for that attitude that they have day in, day out. For me, again, as always, I would just tell you, I'm sorry that I can't be there in person with you. It is an honor to represent you. I always look forward to being with you. I look forward to have the invitation to join you again. And I wish you all the best.